Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I don't know what the date is, but it's about, I'm going to say the 19th. I'm not sure what date it is today. I know it's a Wednesday. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. I feel like I've missed New Year because I was in work the whole time. So I've still got a good feeling about this year. I've got a couple of things to look forward to. So I am feeling good. Today's video is a makeup tutorial, which I've already done. They look like this. And it's a little practice run for my friend's wedding. I'm a bridesmaid in May this year, and I've decided to do my own makeup simply because if she pays for a makeup artist for me, I'll sit there, they'll do it, I might hate it, but I'm that person that sits there and goes, thanks, it looks amazing, love it. And then I'll start crying 2 minutes later because I hate it, but I haven't got the balls to say, oh, I'm not keen on this, not keen on that. And I would just stay like that all day, feeling uncomfortable. So I've decided to do my own makeup, and this is the look I've gone for, which is pretty simple. She doesn't want too much, so she wouldn't want a dark smoky eye. So I've gone for this subtle copper look. So if you want to see how I created this look, stay tuned. And let's get started. So I've already applied my Simple Kind to Skin Hydrating Moisturiser, which looks like this. I've put loads of that on because I've got dry skin at the minute. And then I've also already applied the Max Factor Smooth Miracle Primer, and it says smooths skin texture. You don't need very much of this. If you put too much on, you look like you've rubbed your face in a frying pan 5 hours later. I make that mistake a couple of days a week. So a little goes a long way, so you literally need like a pea-size amount because it really does spread all over your face. And I've got loads of spots. I wasn't going to film this video because I've got loads of spots, but then I thought, this is real life and this is what I look like, and there's so many more people that look like this. So that side's not so bad, that side's terrible. The next thing I'm going to apply is the Carmex Lip Balm, which looks like this, and that's a little guy from Snoopy. Now I'm going to use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I'm going to use it under my eyes to brighten up my dark circles, and this is in the shade number 1, which is Fair. And then I'm going to use this little makeup brush. It's got quite a flat end, and I'm just going to spread that out underneath my eyes. Really messy, it doesn't matter because you're going to put foundation over it. And if you're wondering, this little brush was from Wilkinson's or Wilko, and it was, I think it was 99p, and it is so good. As you can see, I've roughly just spread that out, covering the dark circles. The next thing is my Rimmel Match Perfection Foundation in the shade 103 True Ivory, which looks like this. This is my favourite foundation at the moment. And I'm just going to take one pump of that. I need to apologise about my brushes because they are overdue a wash, so I'm sorry about that. I'm using this brush, which is also from Wilkinson's. I think it was about £5, and it's a flat-ended stipple brush, and that's what I'll use to blend out all my foundation. Make sure you just get that chin to neck part because you don't want it to be too toned as it goes onto your neck. as you can see under my eyes, I've now blended in nicely. But you can still see some spots through my foundation. So I'm going to use this Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation, and this is the shade 010 in Ivory. There we go. I'm just going to put this on the spots to try and cover them. I'm going to go back to this brush just to spread the concealer out. And then I'm going to use my foundation brush just to blend it a little bit better. There we go, it's a little bit better. My spots are a little bit more covered now. The next thing I'm going to use is the Bare Minerals powder, and it's this twin pack, and one side's a matte powder. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. This side's matte and this side's like a glowy shimmery, there we go, glowy shimmery side, and I'm going to use this glowy one. I'm going to use this brush because it's smaller, because the palette isn't very big, and I usually use this really big powder brush when I'm using just my normal powder for every day, but it's a bit, it doesn't really get in there, so I'm going to use the smaller one. This actually doesn't have a name, and I don't know where it's from because it was a gift in a set. But this is the powder brush I'm going to use, and I'm going to put it all over my face just to try and get more of a glow so my face isn't so flat. You can see the difference, but now my face has a little bit more of a glow to it. In real life you really can tell. I'm not sure whether you can in the camera. But the next thing I'm going to use is my Solar Powder bronzer by Soap and Glory, and it's, oh, it doesn't have a shade, but it's a two-tone bronzer which looks like this. This is the only bronzer I use now. I love it. And I'm going to use the same brush that I've just used for the highlighter. Don't worry, I don't usually do this, but this brush has only been used for the highlighter. And because it's smaller, a tiny bit smaller than my usual brush by Real Techniques, that's the powder brush, I'm going to use this smaller one first. So I'm going to swirl that in both of the shades, and then I'm going to try and create a little contour with it. So suck your cheeks in and just go underneath the cheekbone, around the forehead, and a little bit under your chin. If you think your contour is a little bit harsh, go and use, well, in my case I would use this bigger fluffy bronzer brush, my everyday brush, and I would just blend it out a little bit more, but I'm quite happy with that at the moment. Next I've got this shimmer highlighter, and this is by Makeup Academy, and it's in the shade Iridescent Gold. It looks like this. I'm going to use this little duo fibre contour brush to put the highlighter on. I'm going to use it on the cheekbone, underneath my eyebrow bone, a little bit down the centre of the nose, a little bit on the chin, and maybe on the cupid's bow. Be careful not to put too much on because you kind of go a bit like 80s disco, and then it looks a little bit daft. There we go. The camera's not really picking up how pretty this actually is, the colour. But it is very, very pretty, and it's just the right colour. Sometimes it's a bit too bright, but it's a nice shimmer gold colour. The next thing I'm using is the Max Factor Creme Puff Blush in the shade Lovely Pink, which looks like this. It's got like a gold tone in it as well. It's really pretty. I'm going to be using this W7 brush. It doesn't say what it's for, but it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to put it right on the apple of the cheeks. What you want to do is smile and then just dab it onto the apples. Just like that, just to give yourself a little tiny bit of a glow. Now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using some shades out of the Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay. I think I'm going to use the shade Booty Call, which is that one. It's got more of a shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to use that all over the eyelid, and then I think I'm going to use Half Baked, which is a real copper tone. If you want a natural look, but I think the copper tone could work, so I'm going to give that a go, and it's called Half Baked, and it's that one. So we'll see how it goes. To apply the pale base colour, I'm going to use the smaller end of the brush that you actually get with the set, and then I'm going to use the fluffier end for the copper shade. I'm just going to blend that into the crease. So first of all, we're going to use Booty Call. I'm just going to put it all over the eyelid. It's just a nice cream base colour. Then I'm going to go in with the fluffy end into Half Baked. Got to be careful not to overdo it, otherwise it could look ridiculous. I'm just going to start off by gently just putting it into the crease. So I currently look like this. Now I'm going to blend it down at the corner of the eye. I currently look like this, which isn't too flattering, but with another fluffy brush, this is the Real Techniques Duo Fibre Eye Brush, I'm just going to blend it all in so it's not as intense, I guess. There we go. And then I've got this Revlon detail brush, and it's got this little dumpy end. And then, ooh, smoky. I'm going to go underneath with the copper colour, underneath my bottom eyelashes that is. Easy for you to say. Just like so. I'm now going to apply a little flick with this, it's called Precision Felt Tip Liner in black, and it's actually from George Asda, and it was so cheap. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was around £2, and I thought for the price I'll give it a go, and it's really easy to use, so it's definitely worth a try if you're not that good, because I'm not amazing. I can do it if I practice loads, but this is so much easier. So I want to apply a small, well, a medium maybe flick. I don't want it to be massive and I don't want it to be too small. So a medium-ish flick, if that makes any sense. Just like that. Now it's the difficult part of getting the other one as similar as I can. There we go. I actually prefer this eye. but never mind. The next thing I'm going to use is my Brow Drama in the shade Dark Brown by Maybelline, which looks like this, and it's a little mascara for your eyebrows, and it's got this little round brush on the end. I'm just going to quickly brush this through my eyebrows. Eyelashes, and I'm currently using the Lash Sensational Luscious with Oil Blend, and it's the black one. I usually use the pink tube, but I thought I'd try this with the Oil Blend, and personally I don't think it's as good. It's still okay, but it's not as good as the original one, and when you take it off you think you've removed it all, but then if you have a shower and you wash your hair, you do come out the shower looking like Alice Cooper. It is all down your face with black. So yeah, it's difficult to remove, but it's still okay, but not my favourite. And I'm gonna give it a couple of coats because I want to have dramatic eyelashes. The wand looks like this, if you're wondering. It's like a rubber wand. I don't know whether I want to do a little bit on the bottom lashes because I feel like I go a little bit drag queen because I've got really long bottom eyelashes. I might do a little bit on the outside. There we go, the eyelashes are done. I did about, I'd say 4 coats on each lash to get this dramatic look. They're just on the verge of too much where they start sticking together, which nobody wants. The last thing I'm going to use is this Rimmel London lipstick, and it's the Kate edition, the Kate Moss edition, and it's the shade 38, and that's it in real life. I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of this. And here's a tip: if you want to avoid getting lipstick on your teeth, put your finger in your mouth, close your lips and pull your finger out like this. And that should wipe off the lipstick from inside your lip. As you can see, I've got a little bit, not much, a little bit around my finger. So that is the finished look, my practice bridesmaid, pretty simple makeup. I probably won't end up wearing makeup like this, but it's a good practice to see how I feel and how my friend feels about the bridesmaid makeup. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, go subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I don't know when that'll be because I'm so busy with work, but I hope to see you soon. Goodbye! I'm so happy with myself that I managed to stay half normal throughout the actual makeup applying section, because that is difficult for me to do, and if you know me, you know that's difficult for me to do because I'm bloody weird. Oh, there she is. My broccoli's been in the background of the whole video. This is my broccoli. She's got a little dress on. I got this from IKEA, if anyone's wondering, and she sits at the side of my bed, or on my bed, and I love it. She's a little bit dusty. I love her, little Miss Brock. And they had the carrot as well, but I thought it was too much if I bought the carrot too. And she matches my bedroom, because my bedroom's, excuse me, my bedroom's like a green, like my curtains are green, my throw is green, my wallpaper has leaves on, and my bedding has green bits on. And my broccoli is green. Love you. I better go now. I've got to go see the grandparents. Bye. Girl, bye. Bye.